Good evening, everyone. Um, I know most people on the screen, but for those that may be new to Tolleson or haven't been on one of our Zoom meetings, my name is Reyes Medrano. Proud to be your city manager. I'm also a Tolleson native. Grew up with Mayor Tovar and several council members, Corinda Reyes. We all hovered around the same age, even though I'm much older, of course. Um, so this is quite a momentous occasion for so many of us for so many reasons. The current city hall was opened in 1967. I was born in 1969. That's all I knew most of my life was that city hall. My father was the vice mayor for a while. He would attend meetings, obviously, for his term. And I spent a lot of time there. And I grew up, I would sleep in the chairs while his meetings were going on. And he'd pick me up and take me home. A lot of times we walk home. Um, so there's a lot of fond memories in this facility. But a few years ago, when a former employee, Freddie Cavinas, came running into my office saying something ate my granola bar, I thought, I'm used to this place, but I think it's time for a new home. And tonight, we're going to dedicate that location. We have such high expectations of each other and of our teammates and how we serve our community. And we need to offer an environment that matches those expectations. And there were many opportunities to try to pull this off throughout the years, ever since we sold or received a bond authorization in 2001. But there was always a missing component. The stars just never aligned, whether our assessed valuation wasn't high enough or the Great Recession hit. We built everything else but City Hall. We always thought that should be the last great project. But ultimately, it took this council to demonstrate the political will necessary to actually go through and sell the bonds. So I am very happy to be able to tell Crystal Samora, our city clerk, who loves to tell me, Reyes, every 5 years you say we're going to build City Hall. It's happening, and she knows it because she's been involved in the design process. We've had extensive meetings, and you'll see some of the product of that labor in a few minutes. But this does not happen without our current mayor and council, mayor-elect. Obviously, you were on council when the vote was taken to sell the bonds. I'd also like to thank every member of the department head team and every other member of the city of Tolleson staff that has participated in this effort. We're just getting started, but we want to celebrate every opportunity. And we certainly want to celebrate this mayor and council at this particular moment because it was you that made this happen. And I know I speak on behalf of every member of my team when we say thank you. And we can't thank you enough for demonstrating the leadership necessary to match our performance expectations or our environment with our performance expectations. So with that, I'd like to ask Mayor Tovar to take the reins and get this celebration going.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Reyes. Great words, as you know, that this was a long time in the making, as you had mentioned. And very thankful for our council and our Mayor-elect Rodriguez. We did move forward on this initiative, but I know that former council member Kathy Farr is joining us today as well too. I just want to say hello to her and thank her as well too. I know she advocated greatly while she was on council for a new city hall. And Kathy, I do promise you will see it up within 2 years. So we will welcome you to come and visit with your grandkids and children as well too. And we want to make sure that our community can enjoy the City Hall campus because it is their City Hall. And as Reyes mentioned, it's been, since the mid 60s. And so we definitely have outgrown our current City Hall. And so we're very excited about this opportunity and for us to present it to our community. And although I'd love to have done this in person, we all know that, we're under some very tough times in regards to COVID. So we wanted to celebrate and at the same time be safe. So that's why we had a presentation for council via Zoom as well at our last council meeting, but thought it would be just great to make sure that we present it to our community, the same presentation that was given to council as well too. I'm very thankful to our Smith group and Haydon group as well too. You know, they took a lot of time within our community, and there was key stakeholder meetings throughout our community before COVID hit that they were asking great questions. And we had a planning session within council. Then it went to our directors, our employees, our community members. We had a coffee talk that was just all about our new City Hall campus. Then it went, you know, to our veterans, to our senior center, to our teens as well too. So there was quite a bit of input on it. But one thing was always been a priority, is that we wanted to make it as cost effective as possible to our community members, where it didn't look like a Taj Mahal, as Councilmember Bondine said, but it is definitely feels like it. But definitely we didn't pay that much for it as well too. We wanted to be good stewards of our taxpayer money and making sure that it fit the needs of our community. And at the same time, we were trying to use every part of the space in a multi-module faction, and making sure that, you know, we can turn our city council chambers into an open conference room when it's not being used. So we wanted to make sure that we were utilizing it. And also the focus is about how could our community members, whether they have a group or it was a group of kids that wanted to come and use a facility, say off the library or at the senior center on off hours, how could we help our community? We know that the demand is great when it comes to meeting space and having places where they can perform. So that was another concept that we wanted to make sure that we integrated as well too, because ultimately this campus is our communities, and we wanted to make sure that it shined bright on it. So without further ado, we have a small just video to show you where exactly the actual campus will be. It's on the corner of 91st Avenue and Van Buren on the southeast corner. So Pilar, if you could show that. Might be Pilar or Nico. So here it is right here. This is going to be our future spot. Many of you recognize it when we have events in our community. That's our additional parking space. And soon, within 2 years, it'll be home of our new City Hall complex, which will hold our senior center, our library, and also our future aquatic center. So very exciting times. This is actually, you know, the site where we're at is where our city was founded as well too. So we wanted to pay homage to our community and our history as well too. Before we start with the Smith group, we wanted to do a quick countdown as well too. So take it away, Pilar. Thank you. So now that we know where it's going to be located, we're going to take a little bit of a deep dive into what it's going to look like inside and outside. And so with that, I'll turn it over to John Tran from Smith Group.
Thank you, Mayor Tovar. Let me share my screen if I may here. Okay. Can everyone see our screen? Thumbs up. Terrific. Actually, I think Chris Ledworth is going to start us off here.
So Mayor and Council and all of Tolleson, we appreciate another opportunity to present this wonderful project to us. So this is a great milestone in the design and implementation of the new City Hall for Tolleson. It's been hard-earned by everybody on the team. And as Mayor, you pointed out, we received a lot of input from Tolleson, not only the key staff members that have been there since day one, but also the other groups, committees, organizations, neighborhoods in the surrounding area, because what's most important is that this is not only just the new City Hall, but it's the new City Hall for Tolleson. And we couldn't have done it without you. So this dedication is somewhat of a thanks for all the hard work that you put into the project. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Once again, I'm John Tran. I'm one of the designers at Smith Group. We've been honored, really, truly. It's been a real pleasure to work with the entire team throughout this process the last 18 months. We're super excited about sharing our project, your project, with the rest of the community. I know that the council had a preview, so let's get into it. So, you know, here's aspirational. I know we couldn't all be together, but, you know, imagine one day when we've got our plaza, we'll have our dedication, we'll have our holiday events in the plaza at your new City Hall, right? You're going to see where this is. What we'd like to do is walk everyone through the plan you saw on the video, that cool video taken by the drone there. In fact, I believe those were actual lights laid out at the footprint of the building to scale. And so what you saw on the drone video was the actual sort of outline of the building. We're going to dig in a little deeper into what that all means. This is our site plan. And so again, let me orient you guys. Van Buren is to the north, to the top of us. North 91st is to our west, which is on the left of the drawing. And so really the building has three major wings and three major departments. Starting on the upper left, that is your library. And so the library will have that entire ground floor. It's got a double volume space. We're gonna look at what some of these things look like three-dimensionally shortly. The second component is the senior center. That is to the right of the library. They are accessible and are joined by a two double volume lobby, which is right in the middle here. And then to the south of us is the wing that houses the council chamber, the department, the building department. Finance is where one comes in, pay your bills, talk to the building department. And then you can see the access to the site. We've got several access to the site coming from the north off of Van Buren. We've got two driveways, two curb cuts coming off Van Buren. We've got a nice drop off here. If you're coming in to drop off your books, there's a book drop off here. There's parking. As you come around, this is a secondary entry for the seniors into their area. We're going to talk about that in detail in a moment. This is really a major primary entry at the north. This is an entry into the lobby. Inside the lobby, there'll be an elevator, double volume space. There'll be skylights, lots of ample daylight in there. As you come around then on the site, which is accessible also from 91st Ave, much of the parking is down here. It'll be nicely landscaped parking lot. You park here, you enter the building through here, you walk by this big plaza. That's the plaza we just shared the image of the holiday event there. The site is lush. We've got great landscape program all the way around here. You can sort of see the organic program of landscape, walking trails, bioswales, great landscape that feels lush, though it is very appropriate to the desert landscaping, but it'll feel very nice and shady and lush. We've got a great outdoor reading room here for the kids as part of the library. This is a secured but private area for the kids to have outdoor reading rooms and other events for them right outside of the library here. Again, so here's the seniors. Of note for the senior center are the mayor spoke about all the different kinds of meeting rooms and meeting spaces that we'll have. You know, I think that was a key assignment for us, is to find as many different sorts of spaces for the community to have events in. So if this is a senior center, there's a large lobby here where you can check in. There's a lounge-like area, two large classrooms here with a dividable wall that opens up so you can make one larger classroom for the senior use. This is then a fitness center dedicated to the seniors. This is housing department and the senior department, your offices and lounge, so and so space. But the main room, the main space in here is this multi-function room here. It's a very, very large room with a wall, again, that divides it, so they can, excuse me, split it into two spaces or have one large, very large space to have all the events that you know that you want to have in there for seniors, as well as the rest of the campus. That space is served by a very large kitchen in here. So this is where food is made, prepared, and served. This room then has a series of doors that opens it up to the outdoors, out into a covered outdoor porch. So you have the flexibility of using this space inside and out on nice days like we have today. Again, all this opens up into a great lawn, great plaza that is large enough for us to have lots of different kinds of programming, from book fairs to, you know, to holiday events. You can imagine someone having their wedding out there. Again, so this is the site plan. Again, we've got ample parking all the way around, lots of access, very secure, very set back from the street, safe, right? Next, we're going to look at the plan a little bit. I already walked you through a little of the plan down on the ground, but let's continue to do that in a little bit more detail. In the library, we're going to have, again, just ample meeting space. We're going to have a large multi-purpose meeting room at the front of the library. That's accessible for folks in the library as well as the general public out of the lobby. This is a circulation desk where you check books in and out. There's a bookstore, a new bookstore dedicated to the library. It's accessible from within the library as well as from the exterior for after hours. Large adult collection reading room, a dedicated area for teens, lots of meeting rooms and little conference huddle spaces for folks that have some private reading room or some small meetings between a few folks. The staff lounge is back here, their workroom is back here. We'll have a large computer lab accessible to the public, a large computer work area. And then this area down here with this little jelly bean shape, that's a dedicated children's reading area. Within the children's reading area, inside the jelly bean, we'll have an area for toddlers. You know, it'll be for a reading, a play area within the children's area for the toddlers. And again, access to restrooms and a kitchen back here to service the multi-purpose. These doors lead you out to that outdoor reading room for the children, outdoor space here. The lobby, again, seniors, the two classrooms, fitness, multi-purpose. I've spoken a little about this, large, ample restrooms available for everyone in the building, as well as available, have access to the outdoor plaza for events where you might want to have restrooms. The lobby links to the south. Again, this is going to be a gallery dedicated to some of the artifacts that you have in your collection now to show off some of the history or some of the artwork that is part of the collection that you have as a city. It's a really great gallery space to display all that wonderful art. Finance, building department, council meeting rooms, the mayor's office, conference rooms, lots of ample and then the big council chamber here, accessible from out here, openable out to the plaza. So on nice days, these doors open, you could have overflow out there. So this is a big pre-function space. Upstairs, and so on the left here is the upstairs plan superimposed over the library. So it's a 2-level building with just the 2-level area above the library. And again, upstairs is a bunch of administrative offices, the IT area for City Hall, the break room for much of the employees, human resources, another training room up here for staff, and then more restrooms. So that's your plan. It's a nice 3-wing plan, accessible from all areas of all points of the building. This is your first glimpse of the building. So here we are. We're standing on Van Buren, looking back at the building. We just spoke about the large reading room. That's going to be a large floor-to-ceiling glass. It's double volume. The entry of the building is here, that double volume lobby. And then here we have the seniors area. We talked about some of those classrooms and the fitness center and some of the offices. You know, we took our inspiration from a lot of things, not the least of which is sort of the wonderful sort of profile of the mountains we have in the background. The building has a profile that responds a little bit to that. We also think about some of the history of Tolleson and took that as some design cues and really some inspiration for the building. Again, here we are from above, looking back down, looking south now. Again, library, the teens area. There's an outdoor lounge for employees up here. All this area here is dedicated to landscape and hardscape, softens up the building, and then you can sort of see the parking wrapped around, and then the council chamber. As we fly around the building, then this is looking at the south. This is the plaza, this outdoor space. These doors are coming out from the senior center. These doors are coming out from the council chamber. The council chamber's under here. Here we are standing at the corner of Van Buren, looking back towards the library. Again, large expanse of glass, wonderful daylight in there, big reading room. This is the teens reading area. We've got several areas on the building that we're saving for potential for artwork, such as murals and so on and so forth, that are available to have on the building. This is one of those areas. You've got a rich art program in Tolleson along the street, in the streetscape, and some of the wonderful murals we have in the community. We'd like to continue to have to carry that theme throughout our project. Again, another view of the entry. Here's the entry of the building, the seniors, the library, one of those potential areas for us to have artwork as shown there at the entry. We're inside the building now. And so here we are, we're in the lobby, we're looking south. When you enter the building, to your left will be the senior center. These are the doors. We're gonna show you all of these things in a little animation shortly, so it'll be clearer to you. The senior center lobby over here. Straight ahead is where is the council chamber and the building department and finance is where one pays one's bill. And if you turn to your right, that's the library. This is that large reading, or that large multi-function room that's available right here, right at the library, and the entry of the library is there. Inside the library, again, this is a large reading room. Inside the library, this is that adult collection, double volume space, lots of glass coming in. Got this rail up here. This is the youth area behind here. Here we are looking back. And I'm going to show you a video of all of this stuff. Again, we're still in the library here. Here we are now, then we are in the council chamber. This is a large room dedicated to not just dedicated to council functions, but again, making all of these spaces available to the public. Part of that is making the floor flat so that you can set up chairs and tables and have different kinds of events in there. Again, lots of great daylight that come into this space. Here's a view of the senior center multi-function room. This is that dividable wall that we spoke about here. This is the room in its open position. Large room serves by this kitchen. Again, great access to the outdoors and daylight there. Now, we're gonna fly you around the building a little bit in an animation. Here we are flying around. You'll see the form of the building there. Plaza in the foreground as we come around. Again, this is the front entry of the building. Next slide. Oops, sorry about that. Next slide. We're going to see this. Now we're going to enter the building. We're going to run in the building really fast here. The bookstore to your right. We just walked through the bookstore. Here again, senior center to your left. Here it is on cue. A waiting lobby area for the seniors. To our right then is the library entry. So this is behind us is the entry. This is the training room, and there's the circulation, the entry proper into the library. Whoops. Okay, next one. We're going to walk into the library now. As you enter the library, circulation desk, book pickup, the youth area to our left. You can see by the little kids there. The reading room, the large reading room to our right. This is that double volume space, lots of great seating space. Community area. This is the teens area behind us. Right, here we are. We're going to look back at the front of the library. Right, and now we're on our way back out again. Right, and our bookstore is right here. Okay. Oops. Now we're in the children's area. We're going to take a look at this little jelly bean shape that you saw on the plan earlier. That's the toddlers area. They have a little private area in there within the children's reading area, reading room. All right, here we are. We're walking back out. of the library. That's the circulation desk, the bookstore, again, to our left, and then that conference room to our right. Oops. All right, now we're going to walk through the senior center. We're back out in the lobby now, and then we're going to walk through the senior center lobby here and then see what that large multi-purpose room looks like. Here we are. The lounge for seniors, a reception window where they can check in. Here. Storage area for walkers. Now we're into the large multi-purpose room, looking back at it. We're going to walk outside to the lawn. And then, so this is this lawn that's going to be great because I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for you to have all sorts of programmed activity and events in there. Oops. All right. And then we're just going to take a look really quick at the council chamber, walking through the lobby and looking at the council chamber, or through the south lobby and then the council chamber. Here, approaching the building from the south, again, another view of that great lawn. Walking through the door of the lobby. And then one last animation that will show you the inside of the council chamber. Here we are at that's the gallery. Now we're going to walk through these doors. Here's an event inside the council chamber one evening. Okay, and that's it. That's your city hall in a nutshell. Once again, it's been a real honor for us to be able to work with the team on this project. It's a wonderful project. We're very proud of it. We hope that you're happy with it.
Thank you, John. That was a great overview. And I don't know about you guys, but these 3Ds, they make me a little dizzy as well too, but they're pretty cool to see. Before we move on to Haydon, I just want to say a special thank you to our council members that are on with us today. They worked tremendously hard in making sure that we made our City Hall campus a priority for our community, for our constituency, and for our employees as well too. We have Council Member Albert Mendoza. Wave hi to us. Ah, there he is. We have Council Member Linda Laborin. Oh, there she is, and wearing pink. Good job. We have Council Member Clorinda Rivas. Oh, she has a princess wave. There we go. We have our newest council member, Council Member Jimmy Davis. He's going to be making sure that our kids are performing by concert and by plays out in that green area that you saw. He already has a list going of different activities and events that can happen there. So we're very excited of having Jimmy Davis on our council. He brings a very fresh perspective, and definitely his passion for the arts is something that we definitely need in making sure they're giving us guidance and ideas. So thank you, Councilmember Davis. And last but definitely not least, our Mayor-elect, Juan Rodriguez. He will be officially sworn in as mayor at our next council meeting, which will be on December 8th. So if you would like to join us on December 8th, about 6 p.m., we're going to be swearing in our new council members that won re-election. And then we're going to be swearing in our new mayor-elect Juan Rodriguez. So please, if you can, join us then. I've known Juan since we were 4 years old. He has been an awesome council member, vice mayor. His family is amazing as well too. His wife is a school teacher here at PH Gonzalez teaching kinder. And truly a reflection of what our families are here in the city of Tolleson. So we are going to be in amazing hands with our new mayor, Juan Rodriguez, and also with our outstanding council. They are truly passionate. I've had the honor of working with them for about 4 years, and let me tell you, they really want and do put community first. We are missing a couple council members today, Council Member Lupe Bondin and Council Member John Canero. But again, thank you to all council members for making sure that this was a realization for our community. Next, we'll head with Haydon. We have Fritz that's going to be talking us through our construction.
Well, hi. Thank you, Mayor Tovar, and I want to thank Mayor-elect Rodriguez and the members of the council. And on behalf of Haydon Building Corp, I want to express our gratitude for the opportunity to work with the Smith Group and all the great folks in the staff and really the family at the city of Tolleson. I've been really, really impressed with the quality of people, their commitment to the community. Reyes and his team are really just amazing, and you should all be very proud of them. We're working very diligently with the design team and with all the folks who are going to occupy this building to make sure we build you a great structure, that we're good stewards of the city's funds on the project and build the kind of building that you want with the functionality that you really need. We look forward to working over the next several months to get the project designed and make sure we hit the budget and get ready for construction just as quickly as we can. And I know that we'll look forward to occupying the building just as soon as we can get it finished. And we'll be developing those dates over the next couple of months. Again, I want to thank you on behalf of Haydon Building Corp for the opportunity. And it's been a lot of fun, even as difficult as it's been for the last 6 months, 8 months working remotely. I just feel like I've become part of the family, and I look forward to when we can actually all get in a room together and hug it out after having been remote for all these months. So again, thank you, and I look forward to getting under construction.
Thank you, Fritz. And we are anxiously awaiting as well, too. But know that we need to be safe during our COVID times. And with Tolleson leading the way, I'm sure that we will be breaking ground and have this campus in no time, in hopefully a blink of an eye. If we've been waiting for many, many years, we'll make sure that it's done right. And we're definitely proud to have you on board and making sure that it's built right as well, too.
Thank you.
Now we're going to move to a couple of pictures, but before that, I do want to mention and pay a special thank you to our Trust Coalition, which is a nonprofit here in the city of Tolleson. They graciously donated $20,000 to our library for a museum. So you heard a little bit about it in our actual design, where we have a walkway with different areas that we can display a lot of artifacts that we have currently in our library, but also in working towards new ones as well too. So again, thank you so much, Trust Coalition, for your $20,000 donation to our library. This is going to go a long way in making sure that we're preserving our history and also showcasing it to our community members, and especially with our youth, and making sure they know about our history and about the artifacts that we share. So thank you very much for your generosity. Next, I would like to also thank JBS for their support for the City of Tolleson Bookmobile. So if we could put up the Bookmobile picture, this is super exciting. And it is right now, it is in its infant stages of being all kind of decked out as far as our Bookmobile. So this was a $250,000 donation by JBS to purchase a bookmobile for the city of Tolleson. So right now, it's, as you see it, we just received it, and we have a little bit of work that we just did on it, but it will also have a full max AC. So when it drives around our city into our neighborhoods, we'll want to make sure everything is nice and cool when our community and kids and adults can check out books. There's going to be mounted digital TV screens to display our library catalog. We're going to have Wi-Fi capability on it as well too, and we're also going to have an awning for out time story time as well too. So it's going to be virtually a library on wheels that'll have everything possible for them to come into your neighborhood to do all the activities that you can do in the library. It will be wheelchair lift accessible as well too, because we want to make sure that we're accessible to all our community members. It'll also have a very easy pass-through window for easy checkout. a backup camera because this bookmobile looks really, really big. So we want to be safe when we're driving through the neighborhood. So they'll have a backup camera, and also they'll be able to have storage and for our books and our supplies as well too. So it's gonna need a little bit more TLC, and that'll be coming along soon, but we are super excited for that to hit our streets, hopefully around springtime, and it'll be going to our community and hopefully providing those resources for all of our community members with just a couple of feet of their house as well too. So very, very exciting about that. Also, if we can put up the Aquatic Center in our check presentation, we did receive a $1 million donation from JBS. Yes, you heard it right, $1 million. I think we're still, I still get chills, and I woke up the next day, and after the check presentation, I thought, did we really get $1 million? And once I was given the real check, I handed it over to our city manager right away. You can see this is the big fake check, but it was great to take a picture together with JBS. We had Jerry Brown here, and it was through their hometown program where they have their plants throughout the nation, and it was their commitment to bring back investment into the community where they've been. So we were awarded not only the bookmobile, but also the $1 million donation to go to our future aquatic center. And that is just amazing. And I want to say, I don't know if Jerry Brown is on the line or if we have someone from JBS, and if they would like to say a few words about the program. Pilar or Crystal, can you help me and see if
I'm checking to see if they're on. I don't see them, but if anybody from JBS is on, feel free to unmute yourselves.
again,
I don't think they're, yeah.
it was just an amazing collaboration, and I want to pay special thanks to all of our directors who played a role in developing a wish list in regards to what we could potentially use the $1 million for. But JBS went through the entire process. We presented to them a very nice report in regards to what our needs were in our community. And then many of you know that, you probably learned to swim at the Tolleson pool there at the high school, and it definitely outlived its life expectancy. I know I learned how to swim there. I took my kids to learn how to swim there, and they competed as well too, all for about a quarter a day when I used to go swimming. But so when the high school notified us and let us know that they were going to be using that portion to close it and build a building on it for their school, we wanted to make sure that we continued that tradition here in the city of Tolleson of having that swimming pool to be available for our community members. So this one is not going to be just a normal swimming pool that was there at the high school, but it's going to be more of an aquatic center where it'll be open for competitions, open for our community members, and opened as well too for our seniors, and hopefully therapeutic swimming, and not only swimming lessons, but you name it. We're very, very excited to be developing that very soon. And a special thank you to our constituents that passed the bond that is allowing us to move forward in building this aquatic center. But the $1 million from JBS is definitely very, very helpful, because as you know, when you're planning different things such as City Hall or Aquatic Center, there are things that don't make the cut list in regards to the budget. But with the $1 million, it'll get us there much sooner in regards to building the Aquatic Center. It's something I feel that it will be a very much a highlight in the West Valley, because there is no other aquatic center that'll be here in the West Valley as well too. So looking forward to that in developing that aquatic center, which will actually be on the same site that we just showed you as well too. It'll be near the back end as well too. So a one-stop shop. You can check out books and go swimming at the same day, just minutes away. with that, I don't think we had Jerry Brown or anyone from JBS on the line, but wanted to make sure that for those on the call today, we will be doing a special keepsake for you. And that's going to be available at our library, our front parking lot of our City Hall at 9555 West Van Buren. So that'll begin on December 8th. You'll be able to go to the library curbside and pick up your special keepsake for our dedication that just happened today. So it's a special surprise. And for council members or staff that are on, our employees, don't worry, yours will be delivered to you, to your office as well too, or to your home, I should say, with our council members. So I want to thank everyone for being on this evening. It was a very, very special event and dedicating this virtually. And we hope that you continue to follow through with different updates that we'll have, that Mayor Rodriguez will have, to make sure that you're informed every step of the way in regards to the building of our new City Hall complex. So thank you again, everyone. Have a great evening. Take care and stay safe.
Thank you.